Very few things hold such a special place in my heart as the topic we're talking about today. Of course, first, it's joy and my son, my wife and my son, who hold the uppermost rank in my soul, in my heart, my dedicated life. But right below them is cringe. I could listen to and watch cringe videos all day. I often watch them as I fall asleep at night, honestly. It makes me feel better both about the world and myself, reminding me that we don't need to take things too seriously and we're all just a little bit silly. But even though we all know what is cringe and can point and say, oh my God, that's cringy. And we all know that gut sensation where our stomach pulls in, our teeth grit, and our eyebrows pull back and say, ah. Even some shows have made a whole career out of it. The Office, for instance, is a cringe fest. Very little laugh track, all super close zoom-ins, jerky camera angles, just to make you feel the cringe that much more intensely deep down inside your soul. But what is it actually? Can anyone really give a definition for it? Well, today we're going to look at that. Somebody has tried to define what is cringe exactly. And I want you to be the judge of if you agree or disagree, and then I'll give my thoughts. Listen, no shame, no call outs, no harassment for these individuals. I have followed them for quite some time. I love their content. You should follow them, to be honest. But I saw this and I was curious to see what they defined as cringe. So I'm going to let this play and then we're going to discuss a little bit.
What you're saying when you say, oh my gosh, I'm uncomfortable, this makes me cringe, is I am witnessing you do something that I don't allow myself to do.
Let's break that down. You're witnessing somebody do something that I don't allow myself to do. Let's think about cringe. No, sometimes it can be scary. Sometimes it can be horrific, right? I don't think we can make that broad of a brushstroke across the page. Like if I saw somebody hurt somebody else, that wouldn't be cringe. That would be violence. That would be upsetting. But I know that's not what they're talking about. But let's say that somebody sings really badly in a public space. They just belting out a song and they're in the moment. They're just belting it out. And it's pretty cringy, right? Because they're bad at singing, right? They're probably allowing themselves to do something that I wouldn't allow myself to do, but is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Let's see what they say.
Witnessing you express in a way that I don't allow myself to express. I'm witnessing you just emote publicly, out loud for people to see. Emotions that I don't even let myself explore privately, let alone in front of other people. And so it makes you you're confronted so viscerally with something inside of yourself that you're absolutely denying yourself access to.
Okay, let's break this down. Somebody's singing in a crowded place very poorly. Yes, I don't allow myself to do that. And they're saying that as like, well, that's a fault inside of you, Jesse. I'm going to take a contrary opinion. Let me know what you think below, of course. While you're there, hit subscribe. Because I'm going to share some of these things with you based on my experience as a mental health counselor, a licensed hypnotherapist, and a dream interpreter. So let's dive in here. Yes, I'm not allowing myself to do that, but I'm not allowing myself to do that not because I'm uncomfortable with my passionate emotions inside of myself. It's because I'm aware of other people around me. If I'm going to sing loudly and I know that my voice sounds like a donkey being run over by a trash compactor, well, I'm probably not going to do that in a public space. Not because I'm uncomfortable with my passionate emotions, but because I have respect for others around me. And so for me, what cringe really is, I think there are some times where people are just blissfully and ignorantly unaware of the situation around them. And so they don't really hold themselves back or understand those social norms, and so they engage in some cringy behavior. I think cringe has a lot more to do with cockiness than it does with anything else. Yes, they're doing something, but they're doing something without thinking about the others around them, like inconsiderateness for those in the vicinity that they find themselves in. I think that's cringe. It's cockiness about your ability or cockiness about the people that are around you. I see cringe where it's like somebody tries to drive a boat, right? And they're like really cocky. I got this boat. I can do this. And they end up like crashing into the dock or something. oof, that's cringe. Or take The Office, right? Michael Scott is cringe because he has a lot more faith in his abilities as a boss than he actually is good for. And that's what makes it so cringy. These awkward situations where it's like, we all know what the social norm should be, but this person is either ignorant or purposefully doing something that is not in alignment with social norms. Now, some social norms, sure, right? Maybe you're talking about, well, cringe is therefore a good thing because we're breaking social norms. No. I see where you're trying to go there. And I will agree that there are some social norms that are not great, that are unhealthy for us even, like a lot of body image stuff, a lot of racism stuff or sexism stuff. Those are kind of baked into our culture, and we really are doing, I hope, at least I feel like I am in the best ways that I can, trying to get rid of those. But other ones like singing loudly in a public place while everyone's trying to enjoy their day and I can't sing very well, that's cringe. That's cringe. Now, I think what this person is talking about in this video is something that is very important. Don't let the opinions of others keep you from experiencing your authentic experience. I love that. But you also don't need to be a dick about it. Don't be all up in your feelings making a scene when you don't need to make a scene. Like, care for yourself. If you need help, reach out for help to an individual. But exploding your emotions on others, I think there's a balance there. Yes, you need to feel your emotions, but also be self-aware and don't be narcissistic and egotistical enough that you're exploding and expecting everyone to be there to hold you in that moment. Some people are just shopping in the mall and don't want to have to deal with you because they got their own lives. So I think for me, it's that cockiness, that narcissism, that egocentricity where I'm all in myself, I'm all about myself, that makes cringe for me. And so this person's kind of portraying it as like cringe is a bad thing that we need to get rid of and just be cringy on purpose. I'm saying no. Cringe has a very important place to play and an important role to play in our lives. I'm curious what you think about it. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with the person in the video? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.